Alright, so step one of this kind of reef teardown thing is that I need to free up this tank here, because I'm going to be moving all my invertebrates and everything from my main tank display down to this tank. So I need to empty this tank down to the tank that's at the store, because I want to take that prevention step, like kind of a quarantine step, to take all of my things out of my main tank, put it in here, just to make sure that I don't get that bubble algae, even if the fish have in their digestive system some sort of spores or anything like that that could lead to contamination of the tank in the store. I just really don't want to deal with it. So, you know, I have the tank here, it's set up, it's ready, it's cycled and everything. So I'm going to use this tank. I'm just going to empty it right now. Not the water. I'm gonna like get all the coral frags and everything, get that out of there, pop that over to the store, and then later, like tomorrow or something, I'm gonna start to collect things out of my main display tank and put it in here. I'm gonna keep it here for a couple of days, maybe 4 days or so. Just feed the fish, get them to kind of cycle through their bowels and everything like that, just to make sure that they're not carrying anything that I don't want in there. Kind of like a little quarantine step. Not sure if it'll help, but I have the time, and so I'm gonna do it anyways. So yeah, water change, get the fish out of there, get the coral frags out of there, into a bucket, and let's go to the store. Alright. Okay, so I managed to get all the fish out of the aquarium, even though I didn't have a fish net. Catching fish by hand isn't all that hard. You just have to have an abnormal amount of patience and go slow. So yeah, fish were happy to swim into my hand and swim out of my hand and into this bucket. So now I just gotta go ahead and drive over to the store and acclimate these guys into the new aquarium and get everything set up over there. Cool. We've arrived at the pet store, and right now I'm just trying to get these guys into a smaller container to acclimate them, so I don't have to dilute such a big volume of water. So having a smaller container would be a lot easier to acclimate, because I'll have to add less water to that container instead of this one. Now these guys are hiding in between the frags here. It's the last fish. Okay, there we go. So now I have them in a small container like this, which I'm going to float in the aquarium just to temperature acclimate them. They are coming out of a little bit of colder water, but that's fine. It's only about 2 degrees Celsius, so I have to acclimate them, just float them in there for a while. And all I have to do is kind of just dip this container under the surface with the water, and it'll add just a little bit of water each time. So I'll do that for I don't know, it usually takes about 15-20 minutes. So I've had these guys floating for a while now. It's probably been about 20-30 minutes or so, and I've been cycling water, dumping water out of this container and putting more in there. So they've acclimated quite well. The temperature is the same, and yeah, I think they're just ready to get in here. So I've actually been going through all of the corals, and most of them, I think that it was about 50% reject rate that I kept. If it didn't look right, it just went straight into the bin. I'm just really trying to limit the possibilities of getting bubble algae, cross-contaminated into this tank. These guys, yeah, they're calm, just chilling, looking good. They're kind of just keeping themselves in a group, which is normal, in a situation where they're in a place they haven't been before, and been lugged around in a container. Darkness. Cloud is of course just like, hey, where's my food? These guys never stop eating. But yeah, everybody just looks healthy and good. Some of the corals are already starting to open themselves up, and yeah, looks good.